There's been a bit of a development on the Abdul Ezedi story. Just talk us through what we've learned.
Yeah, Abdul Ezedi, who is on the run, of course, in connection with this chemical attack. We told you that he was a sex offender. We have just got the details through from the Crown Prosecution Service, and they tell us that in January 2018, he was sentenced at Newcastle Crown Court after pleading guilty to one charge of sexual assault and one separate charge of exposure, and he was given a 9-week jail term, suspended for 2 years, so didn't go to jail at that stage. For the exposure, he was given 36 weeks to be served consecutively and also suspended for 2 years. So two charges that he pleaded guilty to, and of course this will escalate questions as to why later on he was then approved for asylum in the UK.
These details obviously coming through from the CPS, so confirming that aspect of the story. We're still not going to get the hard comments from the government or from Labour or any political party whilst he's still just a suspect.
The focus is, of course, on finding him, and the details are still being brought together. They say the Home Office are looking through the details that they've got. There are already calls for them to investigate what happened and indeed why, if he was rejected for asylum initially and then a second time, although he's Afghan and most people from that country are approved, why, if he appealed, most likely to an asylum tribunal, although that's yet to be confirmed, he was allowed to stay, reportedly because he was, we understand, because he said he'd converted to Christianity, something that the former Immigration Minister Robert Jenrick has said this morning is a problem that these tribunals come up against.
Just finally, Tamara, I thought Trevor said something really interesting earlier that takes certain stories to cut through and elevate a topic higher on the political agenda. Might this story do that for the topic of immigration in an election year? I
think it might well do, and it's going to be very heavily politicised, with the government wanting to say, no doubt, that this is why they are doing things like their Rwanda legislation. If people can continue asking until they get a yes, then the only option, they say, is to go down the road they're going down. There would have been no other option. They tried to say no, essentially. But I think you'll get Labour and other critics saying, look, they should have done more to prevent this happening. And you'll get others saying, look, this is not actually a huge amount to do with his migration status. It's more to do with violence against women and girls. So look, all sides are going to try to politicise this. Yes, it could be a moment for the Conservatives and their immigration policy, but we're already seeing a Tory backlash there as well, saying perhaps these proposals don't go far enough.